Yeah, they jailed him 6 months. 6 years actually. Ryan. Amen. Tell me who would try that in Africa? That law has not been made. Because right in your very presence, they will reinterpret that law to tell you and rewrite it that the governor who was once a former excellency cannot go to jail. They will immunize him that he can't go to jail. A former president of Nigeria had an issue with the ruling government, and they said, come and testify. He said, for where? I am not going anywhere. And he didn't go, and nothing happened. Amen? I am just telling you that the law in the land is different from the law of God. When you are blessed in the foreign land, remember that there is an eternal place that you should need to get ready for. Just as you are preparing for your home, your physical place of birth, where you came from, much more than this, let your preparation for an eternal place of rest be more intense, be more serious. Don't carry all your eggs and put in one basket, because the basket can drop in your hand and you lose 3 dozen eggs, 36, because you didn't keep anyone anywhere. Jesus said, I am going and I am coming back. Amen. But if he comes back to take his own to where he has prepared for them, are you going to be in the number of those he will come to take? It's a question you have to answer by yourself. Amen. Only 1% of Americans can say that they own a home. I am the owner of this house. All the remaining of us, 99% who own houses, is not your house. Let me tell you, good news. It's the bank's house. Amen? That house, my own house, belongs to the bank. Bank of America. You say I'm a homeowner. Well, where? Stay there. 3 times if you fail to pay your mortgage, they will write you a red letter. They are coming to take our house. The only people that are free from this is if you pay for your house cash. Or you bought the house, maybe after 1 or 2 payments, just write a check. I'm tired of this monthly payment. Pay them off, you are the owner of your house. The remaining of us, we must be praying to God to be able to continue paying our mortgage. Otherwise, the owner of the house may come. Amen. Amen. That is the same way. Amen. We are in this body. The day this body drops, I think one sister was telling me this morning, a cousin or somebody close to her dropped dead. Once she just shouted, "Hey, Jesus!" And that's it. Everybody will be worrying about is the dust. Carry the dust down. But if that person that did him yesterday didn't have Christ, she just started to trouble. Big trouble. Big trouble. There's a permanent place of rest. The mortgage has been fully paid. The houses, the best houses you can ever think of. The streets are paved of gold. I don't even know why somebody will decide to grab everything in this world and forget heaven. Something that is temporary. You grab and grab and grab until you can no longer grab. It's a ready-made home. And that's where God dwells. That's where he dwells. But how do we get there? How do we get to this home? How do we take possession? Every one of us, we are going to have a home if you make it to heaven. You're not going to share flat too. There's no sharing. You will have your own home. Somebody is thinking is that there somewhere say, heaven, where is the heaven? So will there be enough house somewhere that God will erect for everybody? Yes. The answer is yes. Ask me how. Read again what we just read. John 14. In my Father's house. I want somebody to read that scriptures with the amplified version of the Bible. Amplified. Read it.
In my Father's house, right?
Amplified. Not just NIV or King James version. The amplified version. If you have the amplified version. Nobody? John 14 from verse 1.
Do not let your hearts be troubled, distressed, agitated. You believe in and adhere to and trust in and rely on God. Believe and adhere to and trust in and rely also in me. In my Father's house there are many dwelling places, homes. If you were not so, I would have told you. For I am going away to prepare a place for you. And when, if I go and make ready a place for you, I will come back again and will take you to myself, that where I am, you may be also. Verse 4. And to the place where I am going, you know the way.
Amen. There are so many dwelling places, homes. That's the way it was read there. So many dwelling places, not apartments, but homes, standing by itself, that God, through Jesus, has gone to prepare for us. We must begin to shift and redirect our attention to getting to this home, to making it to heaven, because it will not profit any man to gain the whole world and lose his or her soul. It doesn't make any sense. What is it you are even grabbing in this world, self? What is it you are grabbing? 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 6. Somebody please. 1 Timothy 6:6. And then down a little bit. How many people agree with that? How many have seen people being buried with gold, with money, raw cash? How many people have seen like that? You have not seen. Well, you have heard. Okay? They bury them with gold, with cash. Carry this one to heaven. Termite. As soon as you make the earth firm, termites are rejoicing, welcome to our kingdom. All the money. Even robbers, if you are not careful, as soon as people leave, they will dig that sorry man out, pull his dead body on the field, and carry all the things away. We brought nothing, verse 7, to this world. And it says, it is certain. It's not that maybe. It says it is certain we are not going to take anything out. How do we get now to where Jesus has prepared for us? Isaiah chapter 35 verse 8. Yes.
And highway shall be there, and a way, and it shall be called the way of holiness. The unclean shall not pass over it, but it shall be for those wayfaring men. No fools shall not err.
Amen. There is no missing the way. You can't err. You can't say, and then you get to a crossroads and say, which one do I go? No. The way to get there is called the way of holiness. It's a highway of holiness. You must prepare yourself in holy living. Be ready to get on that highway. The wayfarer, that is, those who fear nothing. Those who have been tested and have passed. They are the only one who can get through that highway to the eternal city. Jesus says, "Hey, I'm going, you know. You know the way." And you remember our friend Paul, Thomas Didymus. He's very, he said, "Jesus, I don't know. We don't know. We don't know the way." And Jesus said, "I have been with you all this while, and you say you don't know." He says, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." It's as simple as that. To get to heaven, you must come through Jesus Christ, who himself is the way. You don't know him, there is no hope. In heaven, you can't get cash. There is no bribing. There's no get man, I knew you before. Because it's not even going to be man that is going to man that gate. Your leg, you go take walk inside. But if you don't know Jesus, then it means you have been walking on another way. There's only one way. It means Jesus says, "I am the way." He says there, "I am one of the ways." He says, I am the way. I'm the truth. I am life. To get to where I'm preparing for you, you must pass through me and make